Good morning, good day, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you're watching. It is in the wee hours of the morning for me. And y'all, I think this candle just caused me to make a baby. Hear me out. You have vibrant bergamot, you have black amber as the middle note, and you have birch wood at the base note. It is masculine. It is sexy. It's luxury. I think with this ingredients collection, Bath and Body Works, they stepped in that luxury category because the tonka and vanilla is yet to follow, and that yuzu coconut is yet to follow, along with that vanilla santal. These are all luxury notes, and I think they stepped it up when it came to these candles, primarily this candle. So when you look at bergamot is very citrus-like. For bergamot is a citrus times a spice, right? That lends a really, really good freshness, but a cologne note. It's a cologne note. But remember, bergamot can be found in teas, in foods, and bergamot is very universal. It's only when it paired with something that it takes on a whole life of its own. So the citrusy, woodsy, times the base note of the sweetness of bergamot paired with birch is given. Your birch is going to be in your sap family, like that sticky, tarry sap family, kind of almost like balsam. But birch is very distinct because birch has sweetness to it as well. So when you pair a earthy sweet times a woodsy sweet, bergamot and birch is sitting right in here in our face, and it's reminding me of a cologne that I work with at Sephora. I want y'all to take y'all mind into Creed Adventus. Not all the notes from Creed, but if you take just the bergamot and the birch from there, the base note of the bergamot and the top note of the birch from there, y'all, that's a $400 cologne. This candle screams luxury. This candle has been in my bedroom for the past 2 nights. But y'all know we're going to move it on the open area. In my bedroom, in my ensuite. Am I getting a full on 10? I am. It's throwing, right? It's throwing. It's soft, but it's throwing. And my reasoning for saying it's soft is because y'all, bergamot and birch has a citrus note that's not going to jump out at you like the orange, the lime, but paired together, they're going to give a softness. Because other than that, you'll be choking yourself out on a woody, earthy scent, y'all. But god dang, this dude right here, I thought vintage was my guy of the year. I got a new man. Before we take our potential husband material on the open market, let's talk about some different bergamots, because you have fresh water that has that Italian bergamot and that mossy note. So you're getting a sweet cologne bergamot times a earthy mossy note, but that mossy note gives a more an aquatic vibe, right? So then we take my other bad boy, graphite. Look at that. You got the sage, the bergamot, and the leather woods. So you all, even with perfumers, all they do is take different combinations because they all going to give you something. Just like you can say there's numbers can go 0 through 9. But how much combinations can you get out that to make a different number? Well, the combination goes infinity. And infinity is forever. Same thing with these notes. Because you can take bergamot and sage, take out the leatherwoods note, and have a whole different scent. Or you can put the leatherwoods as the top note, the bergamot in the middle, and the sage as the base note, and have a totally different scent. So although this one, the bergamot was there, the leatherwoods and the sage, to me, was center stage. But the bergamot gave it its smoothness to where this could actually sit in the bedroom and not choke you out. And then we have bergamot birch. So with bergamot and birch, I definitely have to move it to the open market because it's that cologne vibe that's going to need that air, that's going to need that ventilation because he is strong. But you know, the true test, the true grade is when we go in the open market. So I'm going to come back in a few days once I did that part. Don't laugh. We still on part 1. They did an amazing job with this candle. And the reason why I hop back on camera is because, y'all, that scent is lingering. I extinguished my candle with the wick dipper. That scent is lingering all throughout here. And I stepped outside the door. So that one is really doing what it needs to do. However, I only did a 2-hour burn this time around because, again, I don't want to overburn. It did pulled out very, very fastly. So keep that performance in mind as well. Like, it's going to hit a full milk pool first. Do you need 4 hours on every burn? Performance-wise, that's going to be... Well, hello. We're at the corner of living room drive and dining room way, and I can pick up that scent from here. So we can go ahead and give bergamot birch in the open concept area a solid 8, y'all. Let's walk up here and check on our husband material because that's what this is, right? You know how that little saying, that meme that went out that said Teakwood is like the fine guy who know he fine that deliver for FedEx and ain't ready to settle down. He just gonna play with your heart. Well, guess my bergamot birch ain't fat and fat ain't this. This is husband material, honey. He's loyal. He's faithful. He's gonna go on IG and let everybody know you are his queen. Okay? He's gonna be public with you because he got a plan for you. So if I got a solid 8 in this space, can I maximize my space? Y'all know how we do with our blend test. Yes, we can even go fresh on top of this bergamot and birch. Meaning I can run 2 fresh sheets that got that citrus and a little bit of apple and the lavender on top of my kitchen counters to max out the space if we want to go the fresh route, right? Or if I want to go full on masculine, guess what? I can just run 2 fresh waters, which is the Italian bergamot and the moss. But then we can change the game and customize it into something super luxurious if we want to stay on that masculine times fresh and run some eucalyptus rain behind this. I think that'd be really beautiful. Let's see. If we want to go sweet, guess what? Vanilla bean. Why? Because you got vanilla birch. That's a such thing. Remember, they make a vanilla birch candle. Or to jazz it up a notch for the spring, you can run a whipped raspberry vanilla beside this cologne bergamot and birch and let it feed off of the vanilla. But then you got a hint of sweetness from the raspberry in the air. That will be hella beautiful. But if you just want to stay the summer route and stick with the sandalwood and the luxurious scents, then of course you can go with Old Faithful, your bae. You can go with Warm Ocean Breeze, which is that beachy breeze and sandalwood. And I think for old time's sake, you still gonna run some coconut behind this to give it that birchy, bergamot, coconut goodness. You have the ingredients collection, which this is called that. I would even go ahead and run that behind it because you can't tell me that all these scents that they're dropping is not blendable. And we're going to revisit some of these once I get into the whole line. But you all, I like it. Now, I'm not responsible for any babies that's going to be made in the process. Auntie Sneiko lives in Charlotte, you know. If you're in the area, I'll babysit for a little while. But Auntie over here, I just want to put that disclaimer out here because this is given. This is that guy. This is the one you need to have your eyes on and don't fumble the bag. As y'all can see, I got 4 of them. And I'm going to see y'all on the next review. Bye.